So like the character is telling someone a story in the story. Right? Okay. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal, just in case you're new here, and today I am doing the Finally Fall book tag. I'm doing this book tag like literally on a whim. I didn't do much thinking. There's not going to be much thinking involved in this, but I wanted to do a tag while I was filming my October TBR because I'm here, I set up my space, and I have the time, so I might as well just do it. So let's just go through the questions, which there's a lot of them, and I will leave the original person down below that did it, but I don't think their channel is active anymore, so if it's not active anymore, you won't find it linked down below. But many of us booktubers are doing this tag, so if you haven't done it already, I'm gonna just tag you right now and do it. I will leave the challenges down below for you guys to go through yourselves and maybe think about them, unlike I did. So the first question is, in fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. So many books have vivid settings, but lately I've been reading The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, the whole Raven cycle, and I feel that that setting is so vivid and I feel so entranced by Maggie Stiefvater's writing. So I would say anything by Maggie Stiefvater, maybe. I haven't read any of her other books, but I could just tell by the whole Raven cycle, her writing is just phenomenal and really puts you into this vivid setting per se where you feel like you are part of this world. So I definitely think that that series is probably one of the best in vividness. The second question is, nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. So many books do. But one that really got to me and made me feel so hard for the character that has stuck with me, and you guys know this book, you know what book I'm gonna say, and that is Bag of Bones by Stephen King. He wrote grief and mourning so well in that book. I felt that character's emotions, so I would say definitely, you know, he wrote grief so well and death so well in that book that it just felt so natural. So, which death and mourning and loss and grief is a natural thing. We all suffer from it at some point in our lives. So definitely pick that up if you are looking for a great portrayal of grief from an author. He tends to write it so well. He writes death and horror and all those dark things so well. That man's mind is like, I don't know what goes on up there, but he writes it very well. Number 3, fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. I listened to a nonfiction book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Which I don't want to say the word, but that book definitely taught me a lot of things on like how not to care, basically, about other people and worry about yourself, which are a lot of, it's hard to not. So that book definitely delved into a lot of like dark areas of my personality that kind of just brought up to the surface, and it definitely helped me work through those things. So I would definitely check that out if you haven't already. The audiobook is great to listen to, and I believe the authors come out with numerous books afterwards that have the F word in it. I would say that book has definitely taught me, and it's nonfiction, it's definitely taught me new things about myself. Number 4, in order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be a part of. Obviously the Weasleys, which I think is, most of us will say that, but I just love Molly Weasley and their family and their dynamic. And they're a bunch of wizards and witches, and I just love that. So definitely my favorite family. Number 5, the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall colored spines. Ooh. Let's see. Did I get it good? I think that's a nice fall combination, right? I got my orange, I got my yellow, I got my red. Number 6. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. Somebody is telling a story. I feel like everybody's always telling a story in books, but I would say I would have to go with the short story collection of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Because if you read those stories, it almost feels like someone's reading them to you, like these legends that happened. So I would say Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is someone telling these stories. Another book that does that is Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield. Someone is narrating this story that happened. It's a mystery. So you feel like someone is telling you as you're reading it. See, books do tell you stories, though. That's why this question's like a little weird to me. But like Once Upon a River is someone narrating a story and telling someone a story. So like the character is telling someone a story in the story. Right? Okay. Number 7, the nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. Dark, creepy read for me is a lot of books that I've read. But I would have to say, for this time of year, short story collections are great. And in Joe Hill's Full Throttle, which is out now, there is a short story in there, which they made a film adaptation on Netflix. I believe it's coming out. In the Tall Grass. Read it. It is so creepy and so scary that like I have goosebumps like thinking about it right now. That story is definitely like one of the creepiest, scariest things I've probably ever read. And I don't know why, but I know why. It's scary. Read it. Number 8, the days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. I'm gonna just go with this whole book right here. And that is The Bake Shop of Pumpkin and Spice. And these are 3 short stories by these 3 authors, Donna Kaufman, Kate Agnell, and Allison Charles. And these characters intertwine with each other in this Maine town during the fall. And it's just all fall, warm-hearted vibes in here. And it's contemporary. It's a love stories. There's magic involved. It's just every little detail you want from fall is in here. The setting kind of reminds me of Gilmore Girls. It reminds me of Stars Hollow a little bit, on how like the whole town is just dressed up for Halloween and everyone's just so involved. So definitely check out this short story collection if you haven't. If you're looking for like a warm, no-brainer, not creepy read with the love and magic intertwined in it. Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. I will most likely be returning to Pet Sematary by Stephen King this season. I'm actually going to be listening to it on audiobook because Michael C. Hall narrates the audiobook, and I think it's going to be the creepiest thing I've ever heard because his voice scares the crap out of me, the voice of Dexter from the Showtime TV show. So can't wait to listen to that. That will be going on my audiobook read in my car when I'm doing laundry, cleaning, all that stuff in the background. That's going to be the audiobook for this month. Number 10, fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. Well, my new favorite one is my Boo pillow, and this is from Target. I love it. I've been actually using it as like a reading pillow. I've been putting it on my lap, but this is my new reading accessory for the fall. I love it. I do most of my reading in my bed or over here on this little stool that I'm sitting on in front of my bookshelf. Sometimes I read over here, but this is my new reading pillow and I love it. And also my book sleeves from my bookshop on Etsy. I love them. They're cozy. They're great for all of my books. And yeah, it's my new favorite reading accessory. Not because I made it, but I just love the fabric that I found. This is amazing fabric and it's just so cute for Halloween. Shameless plug right there, by the way. Links to my shop will be down below with a coupon code for you for 10% off your Halloween book sleeves. Finally, number 11, spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. And like I said in the beginning of this video, if you haven't done this tag already, which I think everyone should do this tag every year, but if you haven't done it already, I tag you. That is it. That is all I have for you for the Finally Fall book tag. I hope you enjoyed my answers to these questions, and I will leave the questions down below in the down bar in case you want to do this tag as well. It's been quite some time since I've done a tag on my channel, and I don't know why. I think I just wasn't in the mood to do it, but it's fall and I love everything fall. I love October. I love Halloween, so you'll be seeing a lot more content from me in the next month. But on that note, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. Hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Bye!